Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Precious Metal Summit here in Zurich, and it's my honor and pleasure now to get an update from GoGold Resources. And Brad Langille, the CEO, is here with us. Welcome.
Oh, great. Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time, Brad. Always good to talk to you. You have a fantastic company, a great group. You guys produce gold and silver, and it looks like when I look at your presentation, you are really on the ramp up to really move forward. So for me, important is how was the year so far with the production, and how is at Parral, I think it is, and how is it going, of course, then with Los Ricos South and North?
Right. And yes, we have been a producer of primarily silver, gold, and we also produce at that site some copper and zinc, which it's a byproduct of our SART plant, which regenerates cyanide, makes the cost lower. And we added a zinc circuit here in the last year, which really improved the operation as well. We're producing about 2 million ounces a year. And obviously with these precious metals prices, we're generating some good cash flow. It's not the biggest operation in the world, but it makes us around 40 million US of cash flow a year. Yeah. And that cash flow is going into our operation that we want to build, which is shovel ready in Los Ricos South, which with a permit we hope to get to in the new year. We'll be breaking ground, we hope, with that permit. Some permits were issued last Friday for Silver Tiger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And in fact, that one was, a bulk mining project as per their feasibility study. So it was very well received by the market, and we're all straight ahead, ready to build. And we're shovel ready in Los Ricos South. And that's a project which is going to be our flagship, Los Ricos South, which rolls right into Los Ricos North. I mean, we're almost seeing that as one continual build over the next 48 months, and Los Ricos South being 24 months of it.
Super. And can you finance that out of cash flow?
The CapEx in the study was 227 million. We have about 141 million right now in our bank account with no debt. But we have many term sheets being offered to us right now to finance the go-ahead. But, to have 142 million in the bank account today as equity with no debt, obviously there's many groups who want to be part of that next step. So we don't see the project financing as any issue at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could imagine now with you have a zinc, you said the zinc circuit is also moving forward. So probably with your byproducts, you can do a stream or whatever. So that would be maybe also a possibility.
Yeah, that's true. There have been people offered us. We wouldn't stream out any of the precious metals, but when we have a byproduct from something like a SART plant, which is not really to produce metal, it's really to produce regenerate cyanide. That's something you could sell a stream on that byproduct, a small amount of copper or whatever. But that's one possibility. But pretty much everything is being offered to us, and we have a lot of great people, companies, banks who want to participate in the next step.
Yeah,
and in the next step, it's really quite amazing. I mean, obviously we're all benefiting from these metal prices, but if you look at Los Ricos South and you look at the sensitivity and you look where that mine is going to start, in the first 18 months, it's pretty close to about 450 million of after-tax free cash flow in the first 18 months. So, in the $227 million, CapEx, and to have that kind of cash flow in the very first part of the mine is quite amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, payback is very easy to do.
Yes.
But secondly, I mean, we all think that gold and silver goes higher, as copper does, of course, as zinc.
Right.
So from that perspective, it could be even more.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Where do you see the AISC then for Los Ricos?
So I see that we should be, I hope in the first part of the year, we're breaking ground. 24-month build for Los Ricos South to get to that first pour. And it's important to understand that we produce a doré bar as well. There is a difference when you produce a concentrate. You don't get paid nearly as close to spot price, where we get paid around 99.5% of spot. Yeah. And then you look at where we are today. We're 2 million ounces of production of silver equivalent in Parral. With Los Ricos South coming online, that would take the company to up over 9 million ounces of production, which would make us a significant mid-tier.
Definitely.
And all-in costs around $12.
Super.
But we want to look at it as almost a continual build right into the north, which with the north, that being built, that would add at a PEA level, we have more work to do there engineering-wise, but that would add about another 8.8 million ounces. So, see us as being kind of a 15 to 17 million ounce a year silver equivalent producer at all-in costs around $12. And that would make us a large mid-tier and very significant player in the
Definitely,
business.
I saw also in your presentation, I think it was in the last slide, where you showed like what is Parral, what is Los Ricos South, what is North, to what extent this will move,
Yes.
And we can say, okay, for the next, let's say, 10 to 12 years, you are fine, definitely, but production is a little bit going down to the end. So where is your exploration potential? First thing. Second thing is, as I know it from Mexico, very often, I think a great example is Endeavour Silver. They always had like 2 years of reserves. That's it, but they produce now already 22 years. So through the drilling, they advanced it all the time further. Do you have the same opportunity?
We'll start Los Ricos South with 14 years of reserves. Los Ricos North, and not a reserve because it's at a PEA level, but it shows 13 years there. But you're right, the exploration potential is quite large. We didn't stop drilling because we weren't hitting metal. We stopped because we were at the point where we had drilled 250,000 meters. We had completed 2 economic studies. We'd have a press release every 2 weeks with drilling, and our investors, our institutional and our retail investors, were saying, what's the path to cash flow? What's the path to production? They wanted to understand that next. So that's where the focus has been. We're going back a bit to exploration around our reserves in Los Ricos South, and really in the new year, you'll probably see us in the north with a significant amount of drilling, mostly focused on infill. But even in the north, we published a resource. We have 161 million ounces up there. But we had done some drilling after that, and we have an area to the east of Alpha Bore. That target is not included in the resource, and we have some more drilling to do there. I think you could see some expansion in the north, and anyway, start seeing that flow of drill holes coming again in the new year.
Okay, fantastic. Parral, the same. You are drilling there in addition, probably?
Well, Parral, I mean, it's we developed that new technology around reprocessing of old tailings, and we have 4 years of reserves left. But we are looking at other opportunities, within trucking distance, because we have a great facility there. We have a lot of permitted land where we can expand our operation. So if we can find other operations or other tailings that we can bring into that centralized operation, we could add years to that. So we're looking at that as well. It's a nice, small, but hey, there's nothing wrong with $40 million a year of free cash flow.
Oh, definitely. I would say thank you.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And it does a lot for us as well. It becomes a little bit of a calling card with the government in Mexico, especially around permitting, when you can say, in Mexico, we developed new technology to clean up old mine waste. And I know that they have 500 sites that are in part of the new president's agenda to find ways to clean them up. So it's a good calling card. Obviously our flagship is our Los Ricos project, and that's where our focus is. We're not running out to build the next tailing site, but we have developed that technology.
Super, but I think that's a positive impact for the future for sure. And that's exactly what we want to see. So other question, what you going to do with all that money then in the future? You want to pay dividends, share buyback, M&A? Or you're focusing more on the organic growth?
We do have a lot of organic growth. We have that pipeline in Los Ricos. And the great thing is, if we finance this correctly and we're not restricted too much by covenants, we can almost have it's one continual build, and get the whole district built. But I would say, we're always have our eyes open for opportunities. We love Mexico. I've been there for 29 years. Los Ricos will be mine number 5 and my number 6 for me in my career. And we'll be reinvesting in Mexico. We don't see an issue with Mexico. There was a slowdown under the last president with the permits. The new president, we're quite happy that she laid out her strategy for permitting. She wants to see a very high standard, which we agree with.
Absolutely.
And she's, doing what she said.
Yeah, so, that's important.
Yeah.
Because then you can trust and it's reliable.
Correct.
Yeah, fantastic, super. Who are your largest shareholders? I think it reads a little bit like the who is who.
Yeah, no, we're heavily institutional. We have a Van Eck, Franklin Funds, Brad Langille. I'm one of the largest shareholders. Yeah, we have a lot of the. If you look at our presentation, and in Europe here too, Earth Resources, Ixos, some of the funds that are in our stock, and to name a long, long list. And that comes from, years of being in this business. It comes from relationships, and you have to execute, right?
Definitely, you have to deliver.
Yes, that's
Super.
it. Yeah.
Perfect. So I would say please keep on delivering because the world needs your metals also too. And I think Mexico needs your minds because for Texas, for the people, and for the whole environmental setup.
Absolutely.
And what I really love is your environmental thinking. That's really positive.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Pleasure. Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brad Langille, the CEO of GoGold Resources. And you heard it. This company is really on the move, on the growth path, going from 6 million ounces then easily to 10, probably later on to 15 to 18 million ounces silver equivalent. And what I really like is they do it all in the perfect sense of environmental building, of ESG stewardship, and they are thinking of Mexico, of the people, because this is the right way to be successful. And as he said, he's 29 years now in Mexico. He knows it inside out, and working for the people, with the people, and the country needs the metals definitely, and I think especially the little neighbor in the north. So from that side, that's really, really positive. And check out this wonderful company because this is organic growth. This is what you want to see. And with AIC around the $12 level, that's really fantastic. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland, from Precious Metal Summit.